Alright, so this review was for the iVANKY FireDock Pro 1 Plus. This was marketed towards Mac OS, mainly MacBooks. So that's what I used it on, and that's what we're going to see. Quality wise, this thing is amazing. It feels good, it matches into anything that you're going to put it to, especially like the new space black that MacBooks are coming out with. It's very nice. This is a very nice dock on the outside. It does use DisplayLink. So if you don't know what DisplayLink, it's software based and you need to have that enabled and you need to have the drivers downloaded onto your device so you can use the other two. When you first start this, you are going to have this first HDMI port as the only one that's going to work. And as soon as you download Device Manager and you run it and you turn it on, as you'll see in this clip, you're going to want to pick DisplayLink and click into that. And what that does is enables the rest of the monitors to come on. As you see, they're coming on right now. The monitors will turn on and it'll respond. DisplayLink is known to crash from time to time, just like any software. I haven't had it crash for monitors, but I do have to talk about the way this iVANKY dock worked for me. This is not going to be a completely positive review. I just want to put that out there right now. It gave me the triple monitors. I had no problem with it. And once I started plugging things in, like my drives and stuff, because I do have some Type-C drives that I record to. I feel like this is a very hard review to do, but I want to be able to bring the truth to you guys every single time I do a review. I did speed tests. I did speed test on this SD card. So I did speed test on this SD card reader. It wasn't the greatest. At least it read my SD card. And that's where everything kind of stops. I went to go run the test on my Samsung T7. That's a very practical drive. There's a lot of them out there. They shouldn't have no problem, right? I hit the Blackmagic design and I chose the drive. I chose 2 gigabytes so we can get a kind of like an idea. And it kind of froze my machine. Like I pinwheeled. There's only been a couple times that maybe I've pinwheeled my machine, and it wasn't just once. I would force quit, and it would take forever to force quit. I checked my drivers, downloaded drivers from iVANKY. I checked if my Mac OS was up to date. I I did all the troubleshooting things. Turned the dock off, turned it back on, reconnected everything, did the drive, and the same thing. Now, this was repeatable. I didn't have any issues going, back and forth with files to the point where the dock wasn't usable. It was I was able to, move files around and stuff like that. I did happen to go to iVANKY's site. I made sure I downloaded the right drivers. It was a DisplayPort. So I turned DisplayPort Manager off, did it again. At this point, It had been, 3 or 4 days. I'm, you know, kicking myself trying to figure out what's going on with this thing. I tested drive on other machines. The drive is fine. I did run the speed tests on other machines. It runs fine. I've run tests on other docks that I have, and it ran fine. So to me, it was whatever connection, and I think I know what the problem is. And this is my biggest gripe about this dock. So on here, there is the upstream to connect to your laptop or desktop or whatever. This is also, you can use Windows machines on this, and I am going to give it a go on another device I have to see if Windows makes a difference. But this is totally, if you can see right there, it's Mac OS. The box is thick, and the way you unbox it, I think I even said it in the unboxing, is reminiscent of Mac. Like anything Apple that you get out, you get the whoosh and like that. The unboxing experience is Apple-like. So that's what I tried it on. If it's going to be designed for Mac OS, it should work for Mac OS. If you're going to put that on the box, I have to make sure that that's what it's going to be used towards. If you're going to tell your customers that it's Mac OS based, this was a tough review. And not just because it didn't work to the way I wanted it to work, but to the point where I kept trying to think that something was wrong with my stuff. Because I've seen other reviews. I've seen other reviews of other creators, and maybe they got theirs to work perfectly fine. Maybe they got there earlier than when I got mine, and this version of macOS just doesn't work with it. I'm not sure. I couldn't go past what I know. The charging worked fine. I connected things to it, and I want to get to the point where I tell you what I think it is. I had all 3 displays on. They were all plugged in. I had my drive plugged in, and I had my SD card plugged in. And I also had a microphone and stuff plugged into it, recording things for audio that didn't work. And I also had a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet plugged in from my router doing these tests. And this is my gripe. This is when maybe I realized the problem was something a little bit bigger. It's this upstream port. It's this whole dock runs off of this 10 gigabit port right here, Type C. And I think that is what is holding it. Everything on here is going to share that 10 gigabit. And if you have 3 docks plugged in, and a drive, and an SD card, and 2.5 gigabit LAN, and you have a microphone going, maybe that is exactly what happened. I had screen recording going. There wasn't enough bandwidth to get this. And I think that's what the issue is. I'm not sure. Now, when I unplugged the device, because it would pinwheel my Mac, and there were some times that I couldn't get it to turn off. When I unplugged the device, my machine miraculously stopped. Everything worked. All the pinwheeling stopped. And that came through the 10 gigabit cord that they gave me. It says 20 gigabits on there. Like it literally has like a 20 gigabit per second tag on there that you wrap it with. I feel like this would have worked a lot better if this was a Thunderbolt drive. And I've beat the Thunderbolt drive thing to death. But at this price point, iVANKY, and at the time of filming, this was $299 on their website. Even at the price points, at the discounted rate, you can buy a Thunderbolt 3, Thunderbolt 4 drive that'll do at least 2 monitors, maybe 3. I haven't come across one where I have a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port on my Thunderbolt, but you're able to buy 2.5 gigabit Ethernet Thunderbolt dongles for cheap. 2.5, 10 gig, whatever you need. Some like are $20, $25, $30, $40. And still be under the price of what you pay for this Type C dock. This is a Type C dock. It is not a Thunderbolt dock. And I think that's what this is where everything gets limited. Because I wanted to test it. I wanted to see what the price point gave me. There was also another problem that came along with this, and it's the heat. Just sitting at idle, as you'll see in this clip right here. And just from that little bit of usage, it's pretty warm. Like, I wouldn't say like hot, like it burns my hand, but you can tell that it's hot, hot. And if I leave it over, a few hours of editing video, bringing in clips, doing, web searches for audio, stuff like that, it gets really hot. As I touch it, it's hot. It got pretty warm just sitting there. And when I ran stuff, it got even hotter. If you have, let's say, a drive or something on there or you have it on top of your power brick, because this power brick is beefy. It's huge. And you have all that heat surrounding it. I think that also causes things to drop, like causing crashing, the pinwheeling. And it's not that iVANKY didn't try, because they tried really good. I think, like, you can tell this is aluminum alloy. It feels good. There is plastic that's around here, and they did a good job on the presentation of everything. It's just when it came to like the guts of the product, there's no way I can make a review video and tell you to go out and buy this when there's better options out there that will probably work a lot better for less of what this cost. I can't tell you to go buy this. Be limited to 10 gigabit all the way around here and tell you it's going to work amazingly, because it didn't work amazingly for me. I mean, it charged good. It charged my MacBook. I think it was 96 watts. It's what the manual actually says. It says 100, but I think it's down to like manual. You have 20 watt charging for something else, like your phone, and then everything else is like 5 watts and stuff like that. I do want to thank iVANKY for sending this over. Thank you, iVANKY, for letting me review your Fusion Dock Pro 1 Plus. I really hope this feedback helps create a better product for customers. And I hope that this feedback helps you choose the right device that's going to suit you. These are my experiences that I had with this dock. And I'm not sure if there's others that had the same issue. But I don't think, like, especially when it comes to workflow and stuff, and you have something that's limited, that limits you, I can't say go get this. I know this is something that iVANKY doesn't want to hear. This feels very premium, but I also think that it should run very premium, and it didn't. It didn't for me, and that's probably going to go back in the box and sit on the shelf because I can't use it. Wish the outcome was different. I wish I could tell you to go out and buy this, that you'll be happy with the performance, and tell iVANKY that they made a great product. But build quality is amazing. Very premium look, very premium feel. When it comes down to what makes this go, it's not there. It's not there for me, and I'm sure I'm not even a professional. Like, I don't do professional work like that. And I could just imagine what a professional would say if they had pinwheeling and slow down, and the slowing down of their drive when they're moving files over, or even just stop working. I don't know. It would drive me insane as a professional. So that's going to be a no for me, dog. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. If videos like this help you, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions about this product, the iVANKY Fusion Dock Pro 1 Plus, leave those in the comments below. I will answer them the best I can. I will find the answer for you eventually. Sometimes I need to get a hold of my contact and ask, and then we'll dig together. But I will find the answer for you, and I usually do like a little video, or I'll comment. If I have to show you something, I'll do like a little video. But other than that, it'll be in the comments. And it also helps me with future videos because I'm able to remember the things that you ask and include those in the videos. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. This has been the iVANKY Fusion Dock Pro 1 Plus. Needs a little bit of work. Thank you for joining me. I gotta go because my back hurts.